Filming live rail YouTube channel.
Rail moments? Really? Yeah. Are y'all like for content or just some independent thing?
We're a YouTube channel.
Well, I can get into it. Oh no. But there's this one kind of Instagram I do watch. And he records, he goes around the world recording bullet trains or he has these old locomotives, like the steam powered ones, or sorry, coal powered ones. I do watch him sometimes.
So he goes around the southeast. We chased the boat, we chased 4501 yesterday, which is a same one.
I'll give y'all a subscriber. That's so funny. That's cool. Hey, there's two watching right now.
Yeah, say hi if you want.
No, yeah, I'm getting a lot of pattern now. It's a little bit, but
we'll just have to feed you more and have you grow into it. You want to say hi to anybody?
no way. Hey, Mom, I'm famous. It's so cool.
You got any friends in school you want to say hi to?
Yeah.
Hi, Kylie.
Junior, what about you? You got any friends you want to say hi to?
Hey, Josiah.
Hey, Josiah.
Hi to Josiah?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you should be able to see yourself right now.
No way. Look, dude, look.
Hey, everybody, we're at the next crossing, and we have new subscribers to Rail Moments. How cool is that? And show them that shirt.
Show 'em the shirt.
Look at that. Another trackside Rail Moment shirt.
Awesome.
You guys saw it here. And you can watch, there's about 1,800 videos you can watch. We shot the steam train yesterday. There's all kinds of stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, give it a watch. There is a steam train. That's a real thing.
Yeah, up in the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. And they do excursions down the Southern River this past Saturday. They run the 6:30 on the local, and then we do a free tours down to Somerville in November, starting in October. And yeah, we love Mexico. That's about it.
That's awesome. We'll give it a look. Yeah, let me give me some real. Is it shirt free when you can buy? tomorrow.
We'll see all kinds of stuff. Matter of fact, there's a water train coming tomorrow in the afternoon. And 6,500 locomotives, which is the highest there's 65 of those still alive, and about 20 of them are going to have CSX special trains follow the route of the anchors, right? So the locomotive and they're going to pass right through here, when those 20 when they're best available on the CSX office train, and it's going to be led by 1776, which was the veterans on the train on the locomotive. The veterans, that's who goes tomorrow. We'll go on what's the W&A Sub right there, which is CSX. This is Norfolk Southern and Norfolk Southern, closest to us. That's called a diamond that across over there. There's another diamond up by the depot.
This train here is only just for here, for Dalton.
Oh, well, that train is 29F and it's on its way to Jacksonville, Florida. It's a high priority train. And those are all those containers for the Walmart stuff.
That's cool.
Christmas ready.
Oh, really? The answer is, if you walk on a train, sometimes it's the rail.
Not this one.
Not this one.
No, we're talking metro mountains. Those are the trains you see here.
Touch me with your shot. So much, I just mailed my video. So it's gonna probably pop me up there towards the line.
Alright, hang on 1 second. I have large dimensional ships.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how fast it goes? I tried a long time
Depending
ago.
on what section is on track speed,
60, I tried running out. A long time ago. And you run fast, yeah. So what happened, I ran to it, but I ran to the gravel, and I was like, wait, it's faster than I expected. And I fell, I was like, oh, I can stab it. And then it takes me. Yes, sir. What's your
Thanks for subscribing. All right, Ray, I've got you on speaker, and I've got this strange box with red circle around it.
At the bottom of your screen, do you see?
I do. Oh, now it's gone. How did I get it? So that's how I get rid of it. I just hit the thing. I got rid of it all. Cameron wanted to do an update, so I I told him what I had was, go past it, let me bypass this way. Yeah, I don't know. As soon as it did, it said it was going right on the probably just charge it up at the house. Alright, next one I do, when I go to unplug it in the morning, I'll just turn it on. Hey everybody, we're on the phone with Ray. He's working through some technical stuff with me. Y'all sit tight, hang on, and I'll be with y'all in just a moment. CSX train because I can see it all over the crossing and I probably don't have it. Alright, cool. I was getting well, I wonder if I accidentally finished it because I was see how this okay, cool. Is anything else? Hello, Ray. Hi, Vince. Hello, Phil, Rich. How are you? Thanks for jumping on tonight. Vince, Phil, it's great to have you on with us tonight. Hello, ain't right. What's for dinner? Isaiah, it was good to meet you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, Drifter from the Hours. How are you tonight? And Mr. Chuck, how are you? Okay, you guys. Let's try this. Ray's helped me with a couple of my technical problems. And now we have another one, so stand by, you guys. I'll be right back. I gotta call Ray again. Okay, so everybody, I'm on with Ray. We're doing a couple technical questions. All right. See, I carry y'all with me now, and if I'm not in focus, I just focus me so I don't get in any trouble with Q1 anymore. Well, now it's not doing it because you're on the phone with me. I can just tap and it just the square goes around and there's no issue. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to yapping. All right, thanks. Bye. Hello, Kent. Hey, everybody. Trying to do this again. And new camera, as y'all know, we've had a couple scenarios the past week or so, and we had a short circuit yesterday at the Railroad Museum. But tomorrow's our big event, so we're out here in Dalton. We're in North Dalton, and we're just seeing what we catch. We're in the CSX Yard. Like I said, we're at the north end, Control Point North Dalton, where CSX and NS split and go their ways. Down behind us is the Visitor Center and the old Freight Depot. Kind of right behind us is the old Passenger Depot. And tomorrow, the CSX Medal of Honor recipient train will be going right through here. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. But hey, how cool is this? I can talk to you here, and I can see me and everything here, and I can carry this around, and if I ever get good enough and Ray gets bold enough, I can actually do things from here with the camera over there. How scary is that? Mike and technology in the same breath. Oh no. I know. Casey's shuddering and Ken Ray's saying, I doubt it. But anyhow, hey, we are live, we are trackside, and we are in Dalton, Georgia, the carpet capital of the world, where 90% of the world's carpet is made within 25 miles of where we are. So I got a couple more things to do to get set up. Like I said, we met some rail fans. That was really cool. They just subscribed. It's great to have you guys on the channel. And we're going to get back to it. Y'all don't go nowhere. And the signals... Two signals on the right are CSX southbound. The three, red over red over red, NS southbound. So we got another scanner we got to hook up and a couple more quick things to do, and then I'll be back and we'll talk about tomorrow's Medal of Honor train. Also, our apologies for last night. Casey's hard drive cooked. He's got about 30 hours worth of work to put that huge studio back together. It's so far technical, I can't even begin to tell you other than, So, welcome on. I'll be back in a moment. Don't you guys go anywhere. Good to see you, sir. Hi, Tony. Hi, Mama Bear. Well, and that'd be pretty cool. We got a huge wave, and man, what it consists of locomotives up front. Woo, that was pretty awesome. Let's see if I can pull this off. Like I said, this is all new, and I'm learning. Well, I'm going to give this a shot. I think I got us in focus. Okay, we have a CSX train, couldn't quite make it all out. And that's what I want to talk about is tomorrow's Medal of Honor train that CSX is participating with. We've all been chatting back and forth, and everybody was talking about on Saturday, and all the notes and stuff I tried to answer during work today, catch up with everybody. Tomorrow, the Medal of Honor train run by CSX will be the office car special led by 1776. A tribute to our military forces, our armed services will be leading that train. So CSX 1776 tomorrow. And they will be following the old W&A Sub line, which is that far track over there. They'll be loading, I believe the schedule, if I remember right, is around 12, and then they'll be coming up for a private event and unloading at the Dalton Depot. A little bit about the Medal of Honor recipients. There are a total of, and I'm going to read this because I don't want to get it wrong. As you all know, my memory's horrible. There are 3,547 Medal of Honor recipients that have been awarded. The first 6 were to Andrews Raiders, where they are buried at the Chattanooga National Cemetery. Awarded on March 25th of 1863, but in the meantime, we got a train. CSX coming northbound past Hare Junction Point, Middle Dalton at the 99.0 on the W&A Sub line. Where one light is not working. There is the end of that coal train. Georgia Power. All right, back where we were talking about for tomorrow. Before it gets too dark and I can't see this, as we were talking about before our CSX train came, this is the old W&A Sub line. Back to 1862 from Andrews Raiders, and the great locomotive chase went through here. And many times you've heard John talk about where the young man jumped off the train and got a message up to Ringgold that the general was not in control of the Confederate forces and that it was a stolen train, hijacked, and headed to them. So tomorrow, the Medal of Honor Museum is located in Chattanooga because the first Medal of Honor recipients were 6 of the individuals from the Raiders team that were all volunteer Northern forces that joined up with Andrews, who was a civilian. And there's many conversations. He was converted spy to the North. He worked both sides, whatever the case may be. He was to, the day before, tear up the tracks, burn the bridges, or what have you, so that the Confederates could not reinforce up in the Chattanooga area when Battle Above the Clouds took place and the siege of Chattanooga. The Union forces broke out, went down Missionary Ridge, came up the backside by the Cravens' house where the battle began, and the smoke was so heavy the people in Chattanooga said, and that's how it got the name, Battle Above the Clouds, because they could not see anything up there, but they could hear it. And then the forces went south, so the plan was for him the day before to make sure that reinforcements could not be brought up by train to reinforce the Confederates when this happened. And so tomorrow, approximately, as I understand, 20 Medal of Honor recipients will be boarding the OCS train led by 1776 down by Marietta and will be coming through here. And their destination will be the Ringgold Depot, where there is a private event for them, and they're going to retrace the steps of the general. There's no other train pursuing them or any of that. There are actors on board, I understand, and narrators on board to discuss all the different points of what happened. But, like I said, it's kind of getting dark for me to read this, but the first 6 Medal of Honor recipients were awarded March 25th of 1863. 15 more men were awarded the Medal of Honor later in September of 1863, making it a total of 21. And 2 members of the Andrews Raiders from that 21 were awarded the Medal of Honor 162 years later on July 3rd, 2024 by President Biden. And currently there are only 61 living recipients to date as of September 25th. And approximately 20 will be on board with their guests and family and everyone else. So kudos and hats off to CSX, who's had a lot of news headlines today with Joe Hendricks no longer the CEO being replaced. So I stay out of politics. Y'all are more than welcome to comment, share your feelings, share your thoughts. I'll stay neutral. The event occurred, and here we go. But yes, we will be someplace tomorrow to catch that incredibly cool train. And I understand CSX 1, 2, and 3 will be up front, the B&O scheme, locomotives. So all kinds of exciting things going on tomorrow. And we have had a really great week for heritage locomotives this past week. And Penn Central went through Chattanooga Day. So like I said, there's been quite a bit of activity. And this weekend, Saturday, for all of those of you that I got to see, oh man, what a cool and what a fun day. And I'm glad you all said hi. And it was a great chase. A special thanks to my co-host, John, down in Somerville. If you haven't seen that video yet, please make sure you do so. John welcomes you to town. And we started the morning off with the new camera system. Had a little technical problem. I thought about what could a steam locomotive do with camera equipment that was smarter than the person running it. And then I thought about my American Express bill, and I decided, no, my wife would kill me if I did that. So Ray and Casey saved me. They spent the night with me last night. Ray made me. And thanks to April for putting it together. The Mevo book with color steps. Oh, let's see, how many does Ray have? In order for me to start this stream and communicate with you all, there are 22 steps that I have to follow that Ray has circled, done in color, and given me written notes how to connect with you guys. And for me to do 22 technical things, oh my goodness, that alone is an achievement. Also, if you haven't seen, here in the back of production 6, don't know if you can see it, it all lights up. Oh look, I'm even lighter. Ray put lights set into the framing, so I just hit a button and I light up. Whoa, how cool is that? So, Boney McPhoney, he's inside. He is the green skeleton that you all named. So, like I said, we're trying to get set for tomorrow, trying to learn the camera, and all that kind of good stuff. Mark your calendar, October 18th. We're all going to go see Brian and Tony over in Cowan, Tennessee at the Cowan Railroad Museum. If you haven't ever been there, please make sure you come visit and come hang out on the 18th. That would be phenomenal. And we're all going to go have Mexican at Tony's favorite Mexican place right across the track from the depot. A Rail Fan Day, October 18th. Vince with Iron Horse Rail Cams is going to be making lunch for us. Rail Moments is going to be bringing drinks. Brian's going to be our host. And I'm going to bet if y'all behave, Tony might even fly for us. If you didn't, by chance, see our last chase of the 911, Tony flew the butterfly thing. No, he flew the drones. The butterfly was the last time we were over there for the preview. So make sure you mark your calendar for October 18th, 2025. Today is the next to the last day of September in 2025, the 29th, where tomorrow, September 30th, will be the Medal of Honor, CSX, OSCS, led by 1776 train. So I hope y'all charge those batteries tonight. Don't forget. We're going to kind of see how this does in twilight. Like I said, we're learning this. So, the lights went off. Pushing the button, we got lights again. Thanks, Ray, Casey, and Kayla for an incredible birthday present, and Ray put it all in. So I think that's it for housekeeping and exciting news and what have you. So let's go back. Let's keep an eye on the tracks. Let's see those signal lights. We got about a half a moon lit up. And let's see if we can capture a little bit of the sunset for Tara and Mama Bear, as we always do. For me, it's a beautiful orange. Hopefully you guys can get that color. We are underneath the overpass. Those are cars that you hear clicking over the seams, the joints. And over there, Casey always talks about the lights. Up here, they're all melted. The plastic fixtures, the covers, everything all melted because of the heat off the locomotives. Lex looking over towards Kid and Mama Bears. Speaking of Mama Bear, hey Mama Bear, did you find your car that got away with your license plate on it? Andy thought of you immediately, sent that to me, and I sent it on to you. That was really cool. And we are in the heart of downtown Dalton. Upstairs are residents, condos, etc. Downstairs are storefronts. There's a restaurant right over there. And right there is where they are redoing the old passenger depot here in Dalton. And right behind it on the left, where you see the metal hose container, that's where they get water for CSX. That's the old control tower where they used to throw the levers to move the trains from track to track. That's a look southward. And again, there is the milepost number 40 for NS. And just past it is milepost 99 for the W&A. And then over to the left are a couple siding tracks for CSX. As you can see, this is a CSX yard. And right down there is the diamond. And CSX controls who goes first, where the CSX goes over the NS Atlanta North District line. Well, that didn't work out very good, did it? Woo! Won't do that again. A special thank you to Chuck for all the research on the MOH train for tomorrow, the Medal of Honor recipients that will be coming right past here tomorrow. Robert, you had asked. Hang on. Robert, you had asked about times for tomorrow, September 30th, for the Medal of Honor recipient train with CSX. The timeline I have is Southern Museum of Civil War and Locomotive History in Kennesaw. The train will be spotted there at 10 a.m. Guests will begin boarding at 12:30 and the train departs at 1 p.m. from down there. They will retrace and reenact the Great Locomotive Chase between 1 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. On board that train will be narratives, actors, and historical interpreters going through what happened in all the different places. And then they will arrive at the historic Ringgold Depot at 3:30, where the guests will unload or deboard, and the train will leave the depot at 4 p.m. So that's the timeline that I am aware of. So we're going to hang out, till at least 8:15. Kind of curious how this looks at night. This is our real first time to shoot with relatively low light. So let's listen to the scanner and have some rail fan fun. Sounds like a train might be having an issue. on CSX, he's reporting.
CSX available. Okay, releasing all the fit. Get a break. Yeah.
us tonight. I'll be on the bird cam in the morning. We will be trackside tomorrow, a good portion of the day. Hope you can see me. It's a little dark. There are no lights. I look kind of ghostly out here in this picture. But hey, everybody, thanks for being trackside. Mama Bear, you take good care of Kid Outdoor, get him feeling better. Everybody get ready for the excitement tomorrow. And we will see all of you trackside for a good portion of the day tomorrow. So everybody, have a great night. Tell the one you love how much they mean to you. Do something special for someone and make plans to be, as ain't right, and Mama Bear said, make plans to be at the next crossing. See y'all tomorrow. Anybody have any last minute questions? Go ahead and ask before I start the countdown to turn her off. Hello, Nate's Planes, Trains, and Weather Spotting. We're just getting ready to finish the night. Thanks for being on. Hey, plan on being with us tomorrow for the Medal of Honor train, along with everything else that we'll be retracing, CSX retracing the steps that the General took in the great locomotive chase. Eugene, I'll watch for the notice. I'm still up. I'll jump on for a minute. Awesome. Well, I hope to see you tomorrow on trackside, Nate. And a special thank you to Ray for all the instructions, and a super special thank you to April for organizing them all. We've got the book out, and we're going to figure this out.